like ceramides in it that are really great at repairing your skin's natural barrier. So that's just gonna be nice and hydrated and plump.
Okay.
Just close your eyes. I'm just gonna pop a little bit on your eyelids as well.
That I haven't been doing.
It can just help. So as I was saying before, eyelids tend to have a little bit more oil production, but oftentimes the reason for that is that your skin will produce more oils in areas where your skin is maybe a little bit dry, and it's trying to counteract that and like make up for that. Sometimes it can go overboard and then you have too much oil, which is often what happens with your eyelids. And whatnot. Don't put any foundation under your eyes. We're just going to save that and we're just going to put concealer under there.
Okay.
If you put foundation and concealer, it just becomes too much, and that's when the creasing's going to be really bad.
Okay.
And you said you use a sponge?
Yeah, I have been just because with my tread, I feel like that's what I think ChatGPT told me to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just let me know if ever I'm in the way.
You're so fine. So I'm just using a tapping motion.
And that thing that you're covering right now,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
And it's not a pimple, it's not hurting, it's not itchy, but it appears after I wear makeup for like a few days in a row, which I've just done.
Oh, interesting.
But
Okay.
and then it goes away. But I don't know what it actually is. But it's always in the same spot, always.
I wonder if it's maybe just a pore that's getting like clogged again.
I'm not sure. But it never like releases or anything, and it always appears the same way.
Yeah, it might just be like an irritated or clogged pore that's like a bit more open than the rest of them, and so it's just going to get a little bit irritated when you're wearing stuff that's going to collect in it. But then like sometimes a lot of people have that, and it'll just be like 1 or 2 blocked pores that would just show up repeatedly and they don't really do anything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Well, like I say, I just like don't wear makeup for a few days and then it settles down. And
Yeah,
it's very strange.
so yeah, I'm just using this tapping motion, and that's just going to give it a really natural finish. And this way you can also build up your coverage really gradually. So I'm just doing this very lightly. I'm going to do the whole face just very lightly, and then we can build it up a little bit more.
Okay.
And are you happy with me doing the whole face, or did you want to do half? Or would you rather just like watch?
I think watching is good for me. Yeah. Usually when I've done these lessons before, this is my first one at Mecca. I've done the other half.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's that beneficial. Like I think if I was to do it when I go home and rewatch my videos, that's going to be more helpful. Yeah. Because then I can pause and come back and
absolutely. And everybody's got a different learning style, so I just like to check, because some people benefit from the half and half, and some people are like, no, I'm not going to take anything in doing it that way.
Yeah. Well, usually there might be some things where I might want to have a go, but foundation I think I'm okay with. Cool.
Yeah, so I think it's best to just do this one. Now we're going to go in with our blush. Now, I chose this one first.
Duck on the side.
Color and this one. So this one's from Western. Actually, it is skincare base.
This is my friend's first time ever having a makeup lesson.
Oh, that's so exciting. So did you guys come in together?
We did.
Nice.
And I think we might do the perfume session after this.
Yeah, absolutely.
If there's availability.
I'm sure there will be. They often have availability up there. And if not, I'm sure they can fit you in anyways.
Well, we've got vouchers because we did 2 of the recent workshops.
Oh, which ones did you do?
Ray Morris and the lady who wasn't here.
Oh, Ray Morris. You just said Donnie Davies.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that one so bad, and I wasn't rostered for it, and then she didn't show up anyway, and I was like, okay. Like, I feel a little bit vindicated, and I know that I shouldn't, but I do.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was a little bit like, I would have been awesome if she had come though. Like, that was such a shame. But
Ray Morris was so much better than I was ever expecting.
Yeah, that was the other one that I was like, oh, I wish I could. I did the Farah Hamidi one, which was really excellent as well.
And then like
So we've got some vouchers, and I thought, well, it's best to get a service and then, you know, use the voucher.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Rather than-
maximize the product.
Yeah,
that you can get.
exactly. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
rather than like super to suit your face. Kind of like going from that cheekbone, you can like really tell where the top of the cheekbone is, like straight out to the like center of your ear.
So typically I try to take like maybe 10 minutes of a morning doing my makeup.
Yep.
And it's hard a lot of the time because I'm doing it in the dark.
Oh yeah.
Because my makeup desk is in the bedroom and my husband's still sleeping.
Oh, I have been so excited for daylight savings to end because now I no longer have to, because I'm in the exact same position, and I'm like, great, now I can see what I'm doing in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go
And obviously, like, when I'm doing someone else's makeup, I'm going to take a little bit more care, taking a little bit more time. If you were to do this yourself, I'm sure you could whack the foundation on a lot quicker than this. Do you like that level of coverage, or do you like a little bit more?
I like a little bit more.
A bit more?
as it dries.
Ooh. Knock everything over.
I've heard good things about this matte foundation.
Yeah, it's really popular. I feel like I haven't heard any bad reviews yet. There definitely will be.
Yeah, there's always somebody.
But nobody's made a point of telling me, which is a good sign.
And that's the hard thing, like you don't know how foundation will go until you've worn it for a few days or at least a day.
That's why I'm always like so happy to give people samples for their foundation, because it's like you might take it home and buy it and it does not work for your skin, and that's gonna suck.
Yes. And at least it's within 30 days that you can bring things back. Is that right?
90 days.
Oh, 90, wow.
Yeah.
It is.
Even if it's been opened and you've only used it once or twice, you can still bring it in and exchange it for a gift card.
Okay.
So once it's been opened, we just can't give you the refund back to your card.
Yeah.
But we give you store credit.
Okay. Very small on the tube. This one is on my face. Picking up on the cover. So like
I was using a color corrector from e.l.f. and Tarte Shape Tape Creamy Concealer.
Yep.
But yeah, I kind of just gave up on it, and it was alright. But I did get a sample of that Charlotte Tilbury one, and I love that you don't need a color corrector.
No, it's so full coverage that even if you had a color corrector under there, it's just going to completely cover that up anyways.
Yeah.
And because it's a matte finish, it's going to crease a little bit less as well.
And I heard that you don't necessarily have to set it with powder.
Not necessarily. Based on what you've described to me, I would for yourself, because it's just going to really help to lock everything in.
All right.
Are we happy with that level of coverage?
Yeah.
Obviously not put anything under the eyes yet, but
Thank you.
no worries. Alright, and so I'm just doing, you don't need much with this concealer.
which melts it into the skin, which again dries down.
I'm just going to build it up a little bit at a time.
Yeah. And then we just want to let that dry before we go.
Yeah, I've seen people only using like a matchstick head amount, like such tiny amounts.
When these first came out, the girl that I was working with on that day, both immediately got so excited, and we were like, I wonder if this will cover up a tattoo. Let me tell you, pretty damn close.
Wow.
Pretty damn close. You could see the shadow of the outline. If I had a color corrected it first, it would have been gone. Are you happy with that level of coverage?
Yeah.
Yeah? Blending that outer edge a little bit.
You can have a make like a
So no concealer on the eyelids.
No.
Just the
under
NARS
the
one?
eyes. The MAC.
MAC, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into your eyebrows.
But I am doing this little inner corner bit here.
That's the darkest bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people often forget about it, but that generally is the deepest part under your eyes, is this little corner.
Yeah.
Anything with a nice strong color is what you want.
Even though I've been using like leftover foundation I can tell there's still like the darkness in there. So I do know the coverage isn't as good as a concealer.
Alright, and we're going to powder that, but we're going to come back to it. So we're going to do all of your creams first, and then we'll powder after. Set it all.
Yep.
So I just got the Too Faced onto a stick brush. Do you have this one?
So I've been using this one for my contour.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's similar, like, sort of density.
I don't think I have that one.
That's not a problem. This one is just like a little bit more precision with your placement. And I'm going to use the back of my hand, but if you're just using the stick, just tap the brush onto the stick rather than putting the stick straight on your face.
Okay.
You've got a lot more control over the coverage.
Yep.
And you don't have to blend like the outline of the stick.
I think I did add that to need a different brush.
Okay, perfect. We can grab this one for you today then. So just for you, this will be on the stick.
Okay.
But just tap it on there.
Yep.
And then this is called priming the brush. It's just on the back. You can put it onto like if you've got like a palette or something like that. You don't want to put it on your hands. And it will just kind of push the product into the bristles so that all of the product is not going on the first spot that you put it on.
Okay.
And that way you can build it up. You've got more control over it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go from here. I'm going to tap it. I'm going to stop about in line with the outer corner of your eye.
Okay.
And then I'm going to blend it upwards. Blending it upwards is going to create a gradient on your cheekbone so that you have a really nice lifted look.
This one is the cream eyeshadow
Do you like that level of contour?
Yeah.
very easy, pretty. So you can just put your finger into the top, but just don't apply too much. So as you can see, all amount of cream eyeshadow. I'll give you this top. Now put it down here, put your chin up.
Good. Just going to check in the mirror to make sure that we're even. Looking like it. Do you like to contour anywhere else or just the cheeks?
So the other, I just usually put some across the forehead.
Yeah.
I do a little bit down my nose, but I don't think I need it, but it's mainly,
Yeah. Cool. We'll probably do the powder across the forehead and the nose, and that will just tie it all in together at the very end.
Okay.
No difference if you just go straight onto the brush. Bring the brush in, priming it on my hands, corner at the top of your cheekbone. I'm going to dot it there and bring it out a little bit as well.
So is this a different brush?
This is,
Oh, sorry.
no, that was my bad. Same shape and density, just bigger.
Okay.
Just means that you can kind of whack the blush on a little bit easier, a bit quicker. Something like, you could even use, I know this is a foundation brush, but you could use that one.
Okay.
If you don't, because you don't have a, one like this. This is basically that if you clamped it a little bit flat.
So I was using, this one for both bronzer and liquid blush.
Yep, and that's totally fine again because these are the same size, same shape.
Yep.
So you can absolutely do that. This is just going to pop it on a little bit quicker than the smaller one. But you can use that for both of them.
Okay.
So I'm starting in this outer corner, bringing it out, and then whatever's just left over on my brush, I'm just bringing it up here just a tiny bit, just to kind of diffuse it. Do you like that level of blush, or do you like a little bit more?
I like more, especially for, I think blush is life.
I'm right there with you. I normally wear 3 different blushes at once, and I only put one on today, and I do feel naked. So I'm so there with you.
And also for making it last, I like to have a bit more.
Yeah. And putting a powder over the top of it is also going to help it to last a lot longer for you.
I learned that too late in life, but I'm glad that at least now I know it now.
Yeah, creams tend to soak in a little bit over time, so having a powder on there is just going to lock it all in.
Well, I was the opposite. I was only using powder.
Oh, and then it transfers off?
Yeah, and I wasn't using liquid because I thought that with my oily skin that the liquid is a bad idea.
Yeah. I guess it really depends on which one you're using, but if you're putting all of your skin prep down and you're using an oil control foundation, stuff like that, then you can kind of just go ham with the cream blush because the powder on the top is going to lock that in place for you.
I really like that placement.
Yeah, I like to put the blush quite high. I feel like it gives a really nice lifted cheekbone.
Well, I usually go high, but I think I got to temple, so maybe I go too high.
Oh yeah, so I like to imagine like an imaginary line here.
Yeah.
This section is your cheekbone.
Okay. Which is hard to find on my face.
It's just like a matter of kind of like learning your own face as a general guide. Obviously, if you follow that in like a straight line there, this is the bottom of your cheekbone. And then if you imagine like if you were to draw a winged liner that went all the way back into your hairline, that is the top of your cheekbone. And so then you just stick within that.
Okay.
Just avoid anything fluffy. If you're going to use a brush, use a really dense brush. And so what I'm going to do is, because we've taken some time to do our creams,
I think I've got one of those velvet triangle.
that's perfect.
Yep,
That's
okay.
exactly what you want.
Okay, cool.
Because we've put some creams on and it's set for a little bit, it's started to settle.
Yep.
So I'm going to blend it, buff it out a little bit again, just to remove any creasing, and then immediately go in with the powder.
Okay. This is like the key thing I need help with.
Yeah. And this is the one thing that took me so long to nail myself. And now I'm going to push this in. Rather than like dusting it on, I'm pressing it. And that pressure is going to push the powder through all of the layers of makeup into your skin.
So this is where I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury one, right?
Yeah. So this is where you should be using the loose one.
Oh, the loose one.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I'm pressing it in.
Yeah.
The irony.
I know. Take a loose powder, make it a pressed powder, basically.
Interesting. I'm glad I'm recording this because I would not have remembered that.
I feel like
So doing it again on this side, I'm just buffing out the creases.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what we're going for.
Making sure it's sitting nice and smooth. And then pressing this in. And the other thing you've got to remember, you're not going to get it completely crease-free. You never will. No one ever will.
Yeah.
Anything that looks like it's completely crease-free online is airbrushed on Photoshop. Everyone has creases under here and it's just going to happen. But we can do this. This is going to minimize it. And it's going to stop it from separating if it does crease.
So in my 10-minute routine, I'm just trying to think, should I be doing this at the very end? Because in 10 minutes in the morning, typically I'm leaving and it doesn't look creased or bad. But then as soon as I get to work, then it does.
So yeah, after you've done, this is your last. So if you're doing powders like bronzer, blush, everything like that, do your setting powder as your first powder step. Do all of your creams first and then all of your powders. Start off your powders with your setting powder.
Okay, let's try this.
Does that make sense?
So start off with the loose powder first.
Yes, as your very first powder. But do all of your creams first before any powders. And I'm just going to do a little bit of that same technique just along here. Just you mentioned that you get some creasing here as well. So just anywhere that you get creasing is where you put your setting powder. And then anywhere that you get shiny is where you put your finishing powder. I know it's really confusing.
Can we say loose powder and then pressed powder rather than
yes.
That helps me.
So sorry.
My brain.
Loose powder anywhere that there's creasing. Pressed powder anywhere that there's shininess.
Got it. Thank you.
All good. Sorry, that's so fair. All right, so we've done all of that. I'm going to start on your eyes, and then we'll do the powders like the contour bronzer. Powder bronzer and everything. We'll do that at the very end.
Okay.
So we're going to move on to eyes.
I'd love to see what you do.
So I'm just going to comb them all into place.
That's what I do.
I could have used that one. I've now realized.
No,
that is
it's completely fine. Same concept.
And I'm going to use this on the side so that I'm just using the thinnest point here.
Good to know. So I use it on the flat one. So I should be using,
If you use it on this way, you can almost mimic the hair strokes. You get a little bit more control over it. So I'm just going to focus it starting at the tail.
Oh, you start there. Interesting.
Very short strokes. Again, just mimicking your hairs. And you do this in the direction that the hair is naturally growing.
I think that's
And so when we get to the front, I'm going to go up. Is that as much as you would fill them in, or did you go a little bit more?
Pretty much.
Because
I don't really know what I'm doing, and they're full pretty much
as much as you need to do.
Okay. I probably, because I'm not using the tip and I'm using the flat side, it probably
Ends up
it's
a bit
good up
fuller.
more. Yeah, but I think I prefer your method.
So yeah, just short little hair like strokes. And you just need to do it only in the spots where there's like a gap.
Yeah.
You don't need to block up your
Do it all
whole
over.
brow.
My mum would always try to make me thin them out a lot more, and now they're.
No, girl,
So I'm
no.
glad I didn't listen.
Yeah, me too. Because you have such nice eyebrows.
Oh, thank you. And one of the things that I just don't know what to do with, and
Just having a look here to make sure they're even. That looks pretty good to me.
okay.
I think I just need to come in a tiny bit more. I'm just gonna dip here.
That was going to be my other question. Do I need to go in closer to the nose?
Not really,
No?
just in any gaps there. So
Okay.
just filling it up a little
Filling
bit.
in what's there.
But we don't want it to be like blocky at the front. So I'm just
Yeah.
doing a couple strokes just to kind of feather it forward a little bit.
Okay.
That's all you need. Great. It does our first step for us. And it just really helps to stop anything from budging. So for this one, I normally apply with my fingers or a eyelid.
What you want to redeem. If you've got $120, you can exceed that. Think that like you've got $120 in your pocket. So whatever you get, would just
So I'm doing that from your lashes all the way up to your eyebrows.
Okay.
The whole space of the lid.
but it's more obvious.
There we go. So that's your eye base done.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go in with this like nude tone.
Yeah.
Oh, this palette is completely gone. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna go grab a different version of the same palette,
Okay.
so that I can use this one. So you just want like something either slightly lighter than your skin tone or as close to your skin tone as possible.
Okay.
And we're just gonna put that all over the whole eyelid, and you can blend on top of.
Beautiful. Alright. So we'll do one last spray. Very light this one. Give you two.
Eye bases just often, because they've got a little bit of grip, which is what you want. It just means that you can't always blend super easily on them. So putting a powder base all over the whole eyelid first is just going to help everything to look really nice and smooth.
I think that if you were to get one setting spray, I would get the Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah. And you can spray that at the end as well. This one, if you can't justify it, you can get one.
There's that one. Give me half a second to go down.
Okay.
So whatever your like lighter dark color is, does that make sense? Like you want to use your browns. You want darker tones on the outer edge, and then like a medium tone across the crease line.
Okay.
So this is going to be our medium tone. Gonna put some in there, go into your hand, get off the excess. And then if you look straight ahead, I'm just going from the tallest part of this like curve of your lash line.
Yeah.
I'm just going to dot it right there. That's going to be as far in as we go with this.
Okay.
And from there, I'm going to sweep it straight out and then in.
Okay.
And this is, mapping it out with your eyes open is the best way to do it with a hooded eye so that you can still see it. And then from this dot, I'm just going to lightly blend it across just with the remnants on my brush. So now we've got this kind of long triangle shape here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go in with a slightly deeper tone. So I'm going to use Cocoa for this one. And I'm going to fill in this tiny, we're creating like a smaller triangle on the outer corner. So now if you could just close your eyes, it's going to fill in this corner here.
It would be this.
And I'm bringing that about a third of the way across the eyelids. And just very lightly blending so that there's no harsh line where the color stops. And if you have a look here, we've got like a bit of a line forming here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to clean my brush off, use a tissue. If you don't want to use your hand, I just use my hands for everything, but don't take after me. Use tissue. And I'm just going to do very small circular motions on here. That is just going to remove that harsh line, diffuse it a little bit. And now it's looking a bit more like a natural eye contour.
Very nice.
And then we can get this, you can either use this small flat brush here,
Yep.
or if you've got, I don't actually know what this is. Okay, I think we'll use this one.
Okay.
I was just, if you had like a small one like this, that would be better, but that's not a problem.
I don't think it came in the pack.
I never know which one comes in what pack,
Yeah.
so I'm going to get the darker, whatever darker color you've used,
Yeah.
get a little bit on there. So if you look up for me, I'm just going to do just a tiny little bit on this outer, like 1/4 to 1/3 of your eye.
Okay.
And all that's going to do is just balance the top and the bottom out so that it doesn't look really heavy on the top. That's all I've done. And then there's your subtle eye look. You can pop some shimmer on as well. Do you like to, you said you'd like to have a shimmer?
I do.
For a shimmer, generally I recommend using your fingers because it applies a bit better. You could use like a damp beauty blender if you don't want to use your hands.
Beauty blender. What's
Like,
interesting?
you know how you get the mini beauty blenders?
Oh yeah.
Something
I
like
do have
that.
a tiny one.
Something like that. Even if you just spray it with setting spray immediately before you use it, it's just going to help the glitter to grip to something. When you try to put it in a brush, it's got nothing to grip to, and it's just going to fall off, and then you're going to make a mess on your face.
So even the flat one?
And I can pop some on. I've got the flat one in my hand
Oh,
here.
okay, perfect.
I'll pop it on with the flat one so you can see. But what I'll do is I might do one of each on either side, just so you can see the
Yeah,
comparison.
that would be good. Thank you.
So I'm going to go in a nice bronzy gold color. And I'm going from the inner corner to about just over 1/3 of the way. We're basically going to where the brown from the outer corner has blended, and we're just blending the two together.
Okay.
Serum, I would do this one first and then the serum.
So that's how it looks with, that's like 2 layers of with the brush. Obviously you can build it up a lot more than that.
Yep.
But just so that you have a comparison, I'll show you how it's going to look on the other eye with just 1 layer on the finger.
Okay.
So just, yeah, like the oils in your hands help the glitter to grip. So if it just has some sort of moisture, it really helps. And then have a look at that. So it's got a little bit more impact on that side.
Yeah.
So you could use, yeah, just like a disposable sponge or something and just spray it with water or setting spray, just very lightly. It will just give it something to grip to.
Okay.
So I'm just going to even this side up now.
Okay.
With the brush,
Okay. I'm going to touch that one up. Just close your eyes for me.
if you don't want to spend that much on brushes, then do the whole thing. Do you want me to go grab
I was looking at it and I was like, thanks, uneven. Just missed a whole step. That's funny.
Otherwise, you do about browse.
Now I'm just going in with the deeper color on this outer triangle.
So I don't wear mascara, and so I've just been using lash extensions.
Yeah, perfect.
And that way I don't have to take it off or put it on. And
I have just done my own lash extensions for that same reason.
so much better. Like no matter how much scrubbing I can do with a cleansing balm, the next day there's always still a little
Just a little
trace.
bit, and always collect in that inner corner, and then it's just like you wake up in the morning and you're like, great, I have so much mascara in my eyeball.
So mascara's dead to me now.
Yep, absolutely, I'm right there with you. And if you get your lashes like tinted, then you don't need it at all because you don't even need it for your bottom lashes. Just look up for me. I have not tinted my lashes yet, so my bottom lashes are blonde and they don't exist today, and that's fine.
I'm definitely neglectful of my bottom lashes, that's for sure. So
Some people don't like anything on their bottom lashes, and that's so fair. It depends on the look. I like that look. I'm just gonna build that up on there a little bit, just on my hands,
yeah.
and then I'm going to pull up your eyelid just a tiny bit, just to stretch the skin out so that we can get right in on the lashes.
So that's how you spell my name. Side. That's where I was born.
Right, and open. And so I've just done that really subtly, but you see how the gap is quite minimal now.
Yeah.
But then obviously once you've done that bit, you can build up the thickness of it a bit more if you like.
Yep.
Would you normally do it a little bit thicker than that?
Oh, I barely do it ever. Whatever happens on there, it's like
that'll do.
good luck. Yeah.
Let's keep it. I think if we keep it on the lighter side, it's just going to enhance your lash line, but it's not going to be too heavy or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's very rare that I do upper eyeliner just because I'm too scared of it. Oh,
That's so fair enough.
I'm too sensitive there.
Yeah.
My hooded eye, I'm not getting close enough. So, but I would like to do it.
Yeah, well, using a flat brush like this is going to be perfect. And I'm barely actually painting it on your eyelid. I'm mainly painting it onto the roots of your lashes.
Okay.
And that's just going to stop the little gap on your lash line. There we go.
Alright, so obviously my eyes are closed when you're doing that.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing it,
Hold
how
your
do I
mirror
do
down
this?
here.
So like this?
Yeah, because when you're looking down, you've basically closed your eye.
Okay.
And then just get, if you have like a counter, this is what I recommend. If you sit it on the counter, and then you can use your other hand to kind of lift that up a little bit.
So lift up.
Yep. And then paint
looking down
straight on the lash line.
Okay. Yeah, so just as you're doing that, that's where I feel that sensitivity.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to like stamp it where possible.
Yeah, stamping it or using a bit of a firmer pressure. Sometimes depending on like what the sensitivity is, oftentimes I find that people are really sensitive because it's tickly. And so if you use more pressure, it's not going to be as tickly and your eyes won't be as sensitive.
Okay.
But it really depends on the person. Just give it a go.
Yeah.
See what works for you. It might be that you've got to use that stamping method, in which case you might just need to build it up on your brush a tiny bit more.
And so you've just done that, is that like right to the edge?
Yeah.
And then how far did you start this?
I went in about to like where your lash extensions start. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
So now that we've done that, eyes are all done. We're going to go back to the powders on your base. These two are yours.
Okay.
These three are yours. Put them in there. I can wash them for you if you want, but I just don't want to get them mixed up. So, getting this in here, priming the brush, and then I'm going to sweep it upwards.
What are you doing skincare-wise on a daily basis?
And then I'm just going to dust it across here, mainly using like a little short sweepy tapping kind of motion.
Okay.
And then if you find that you get like a line here, just go like this along the edge.
Have you got that one on today?
I'm sorry, I keep brushing your hair into your face.
Okay. So it's just below the blush.
Yeah. Below, and then you're blending onto the blush.
Okay.
We're basically creating like a lasagna of blush and contour, because we've got the cream contour and then the blush on top of that.
Yeah.
And then the powder contour on top of the cream blush, and then we're going to put powder blush on top of that. Does that make sense? So that they kind of, that overlapping of the different colors is going to help that really smooth blend.
Okay.
And like transition between colors.
For like pinky blushes.
And then I'm just using the remnants just to go along the jawline. I've at this point got pretty much nothing on the brush. And then I'm just going to dust it down the nose. And it's not actually enough to contour the nose. It's just kind of incorporating all of the colors in so that it's a seamless, one cohesive look.
Okay. I love that you didn't put any blush on my nose. I really don't like that.
Don't like that?
To me, it's one of those things that people look back on and be like, why did we do the Rudolph nose?
Absolutely. If I'm doing blush on my nose, I'm doing it across here.
Rather
and that way it's more of like a way you would get sunburnt.
And same with the highlight. A lot of people did the shiny nose as well.
Nope, not about that.
No.
Not a problem.
It's good to know because that's what I was doing.
Like tapered. If you just kind of go like this on the end of it, it's going to fluff it out a little bit. So then I'm going to get this, tap off the excess, straight over where we'd already put it. I'm just using a tapping motion. I don't want to sweep away any of the product by going like this.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Tapping. The other side. looking pretty even to me. So now your pressed powder that we were talking about earlier. So this is going to be for your
Is the velvet thing and pressed powder, big fluffy brush.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Opposite to what you would think.
All right.
We're going to pick up our product and tap off the excess on in all the spots where you're going to get that shininess.
Okay.
And do you see how it's already just kind of smoothed that over a little bit? And then I do it across all throughout pretty much like the center of the face. Particularly down the nose, because that's where we normally get the most oily. And then just a little bit on the chin. If you find that you're getting oily anywhere else throughout the day, like if you do this and you're still getting shiny on like the perimeter of your face, you can do it there as well. But I just like to focus it on where it's needed.
Yeah.
So then, now that's done. That's everything all done. Do you normally do a lippy or?
Yeah, I do a lippy. I never use lip liners. I don't think they're necessary.
Yep, fair.
I don't understand why everyone's obsessed with
Push it together. How do you feel about that color?
very nice.
Yeah, I feel like that looks so nice on you.
So let's talk medium.
Yes.
All right. I hope I have this at home.
Excellent. Well, that is